Hey guys, happy day, happy Wednesday. I am going to get started on some homemade vegetable broth. Super excited for this. I have no specific need for a mass amount of vegetable broth right now, but it's wonderful because if you make a large batch of it, you can put it in the freezer and then pull it out when you need it. So I'm going to share, I guess, simply how you guys can do this and how you can do it for super cheap. And then I also am going to share one of our brand new products with you guys, which I'm so excited about. This is actually going to be my first time using it. Since it is just my husband and I, we don't really have, a need for massive amounts of food when we do make something, but this is going to be my new go-to for, soups and chilies and stocks and things like that. So check it out, you guys. Well, I'll show you here. You can kind of see I have everything out on my counter already, prepped, ready to go. This broth recipe is super simple, you guys. And look at this. I have not bought anything extra. Hey, Crystal, how are you? I have not bought anything extra for this because I have a Ziploc baggie, and you guys can see it literally says stock on it. I keep this in the freezer, and then anytime, but anytime we are cutting up an onion or a carrot, celery, we used a leek last night, we're just putting the scraps and everything that's left over and like the celery leaves and all of that stuff in the baggie and then throwing it back in the freezer. And that's what's going to flavor a majority of our broth for us. So super cheap to make. And then obviously it's a lot healthier because you know what's in it, but then you also get to control the salt levels as well. So let me show you guys this new pot and why I am mostly excited for it. Yeah, Crystal, super awesome. I have not done this yet, but I'm super excited to try it because it's easy to do, and again, it's super cheap. So let me show you why I'm going to use this pot and why it's so wonderful for the stock. This will also be really good if you're doing noodles as well, you guys. So if you've been following, we have brand new products coming out March 1st, and this is our brand new multi-pot. So it is a non-stick product, and it's a 9-quart capacity. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's a 9-quart capacity. A couple reasons why I love it extra. So this steamer goes with it, and it can literally cook in the pot the entire time. So what I'm going to do is leave this in here, and I'm going to dump all of my veggies into this so that when I need to get all my veggie scraps out of there at the end, all I need to do is lift it up, and all of my liquid and my delicious broth is just gonna drain right out and go back into my pot. So I'm not gonna have to dirty another huge pot just to strain my liquid into and then to get my veggie scraps out of. So super awesome. It's meant to go with this pot, and it's really nice too because you can just use it as a regular colander if you want, and it does collapse, so it's nice for storage. A couple of different things you can use with it too, which is why it's our multi-pot. If you collapse it, you can use it as a trivet. It also serves as a boil over guard, so it fits right on the top really nicely. And then you can also use it as a steamer if you want to, which is super cool. So super excited to try that out. Here's another cool thing I want to show you guys on this lid. So the lid fits over the handles like perfectly. So if you don't use the collapsible steamer in it, you can drain your liquid. Like again, if you're boiling noodles or something, you can drain the water with the lid safely directly down your drain. But this is really got me excited right here. Do you see that? The lid, there's like a holder on the handle for the lid. I'll turn it to the side so you guys can see it. So how cool is that? Like, you're not going to have water dripping everywhere anymore, like all over your counter. You're not going to know where should I put my hot lid? Anyways, super awesome. And it's a really easy recipe. Crystal, whoever else joins in, you guys, I'll post it for you in the comments. This would be like great depth for your steamer if you want to use it as a steamer. Now, I am going to start with a couple veggies on the bottom just so that I can saute them a little bit, and that's going to help with some really awesome flavor. And then the rest of my veggies that are in my freezer baggie from the freezer are going to go into my pot once I add the water in there. So this, you guys, is super awesome. If you aren't doing this yet and you eat a lot of garlic, you need to do it. This is a bunch of minced and diced up garlic, and we just cover it with oil, olive oil, and keep it in the fridge. So if you want garlic infused olive oil, you just pull your oil off the top, because obviously it will separate. Our fridge clearly is really cold because this is almost solidified. But we like to mix ours up because that's what we'll use in our pan. We'll just grab, you know, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, whatever we need. And then we have awesome flavored oil and garlic, some extra garlic in our pot already, which again, we love garlic, so any extra we love. Stores in your fridge for a couple weeks, and you can just refill it when it's empty. So you guys, if you're looking obviously at any of the new cookware, any of the other new products, I'll have some more sneak peeks for you guys. Over the next couple of weeks. They do come available March 1st. Super excited for them. Oh yeah, you guys can see them. They're pretty good too. But now's an awesome time if there's anything that you absolutely need to have. Obviously, you guys know the drill. Doing a party is the best way to do that because you can get your stuff for free and at least half off, which is super greatly discounted. So really amazing. And if you didn't notice, try to get my oil off here. This is one of our new teak wooden utensils as well, which is super beautiful and I love it. So I have over on the other side, you can't see the best, but I do have a bunch of veggies again that were just in my fridge. I have them prepped and I really didn't do much to it, but I'll pick this up and show you guys. This is how easy this is. You don't even have to like peel anything. I did not peel my carrots. My onions, I did actually take the skin off the outside of those. And then I have some bay leaves and a bunch of more garlic, which I did peel as well. Now, obviously, you guys, when you make this, it's totally up to you how you want to do it. But we like a lot of garlic again, so this recipe calls for 5 cloves. But I actually have like 8 or 9 cloves, but they're really small too. So I figured it would be okay. So all I'm gonna do, I just diced my onion into quarters. Here's my carrot again, didn't even peel it. I'm just gonna drop that right into the bottom of the pot. And I'm gonna let this just saute for a couple of minutes just to start sweating. And like even the ends of my carrot, I'm just throwing those right in right away too, because a bunch of that is already in our stock mix, right, from our freezer baggie. So same thing with the garlic. I'm just gonna chop it in half actually. I was gonna use my garlic press and drop it in that way, but it's all gonna flavor the water once we put it in here regardless, so it's not gonna make a difference how it's cut. That I'm just gonna let go for a couple minutes. In the meantime, I do have 8 cups of water already ready. That's what's gonna go on top. And I have my seasonings out over here as well too. So I am using, I don't have fresh parsley today. I actually just used the rest of it last night. But fresh parsley and fresh thyme would be best if you have it. I do have fresh, I can't say fresh today. I do have fresh sage, so I'm going to throw that in there too. But yeah, I'm going to use parsley flakes, and because we like a little spice, I am going to throw some red pepper flakes and some cayenne into our liquid once it gets going. And then I'm actually going to drop in a little salt too, because salt helps your veggies sweat a little bit quicker. And obviously it's great flavor. You guys hear that? It's like raining pretty hard here. Some loud thunder. What else am I gonna put in there? Oh yeah, and then I have just some random leftover chives I'm gonna throw in there too. And then some dry thyme I'm gonna drop in as well. So already you can see this is breaking down. The pot again is gonna work wonders because I can fit a ton of water in here, no problem. Don't have to worry about it boiling over. I wish you guys could smell this. It is amazing. So I think we're ready, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put my steamer in, and I'm gonna push it out so it's all the way. Really pretty navy blue color too. So that's gonna sit right on top of there. I'm gonna dump in my 8 cups of water. Don't have to worry about spilling because this pot is so huge. And I'm gonna eyeball this. I mean, it's gonna cook for probably like 45 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, and if I feel like it needs more water, I'll just dump some more water in a little bit. Look at that, that's literally like a bunch of celery that's in there. Leek leaves, our recipe just called for the whites. And I'm gonna kind of pick and choose through my bag. Since I didn't start with any celery on the bottom, red onion. I didn't start with any celery on the bottom because I didn't have any fresh. So I'm putting in some extra frozen celery. And then again, more carrots, more onion scraps. We actually have some little jalapeno pieces too, which is gonna be great flavor. And what else? A little more onion. I'm gonna drop in my fresh onion ends from this onion that went in the bottom. Bay leaves. You guys, it literally all goes right in the pot. Ooh, there's more onion. So I'm just kind of foraging through, picking out what I want. And this is nice too if you have, you know, stock in your fridge that you want to get rid of still. Let's put our chives in. We have probably like a cup or so of vegetable broth, like purchased vegetable broth in the fridge right now. And what I'm gonna do is, I'll do a little bit more. I'm actually just gonna dump that in here and let it all kind of marinate together, because that way it's not gonna go to waste and it'll just add to the flavor. Again, we gotta have some spice, so I'm dropping in some cayenne, a couple red pepper flakes, and of course we gotta have some parsley. Fresh parsley obviously would be delicious in here, but that's something I do try keep on hand. My gosh, if you guys could see this cupboard, it is stuffed with seasoning and spices, which is awesome. And look at this beautiful sage. Like, how pretty is that? I love sage. It's beautiful. We actually used a bunch in our dinner last night, which was a 1-pot turkey hash. It was way better than I thought it was going to be. I honestly was not looking forward to it, but it was so good. I'm just eyeballing things, you guys. If you follow me, you know I don't really measure anything. So I'm just, oh my gosh, that smells so good. I'm just ripping off some sage leaves that will go in there. And what else? We'll give it a little stir. I kind of want to put my other veggies like in here too, just because it'll be easier when I dump it out again and get ready to strain it. And I'm going to add just a little more water to cover it. Obviously, the more water you have in here, the more diluted flavor it's going to be. But then if you have more veggies like I do on hand, I can always just throw those in too. So nice, my lid will fit on the strainer yet, which is wonderful. I'll show you guys, get you out of my holder here. So you can see the lid fits on. I'm gonna turn you around. Let's be real. There it is. Look at how nicely the lid like fits perfectly in that strainer. So all of it fits really nicely. Here's my, look at that, you guys. I've just been letting this grow, and I feel like I've heard people say you're not supposed to do that, but when you guys watch, let me know what I should do with that, because it'll just grow an onion for me, right? So nice, you really don't have any cleanup. Use your flexible cutting mat, you dump it all in the pot. So here's the last thing I want to show you guys, which I put a little thought into this, how it would be easiest. So initially I was going to plan to freeze my broth and portion it out in our leak-proof glass containers. Obviously you can use anything that you want. I like these because they are like very literally leak-proof. But for space-wise, what I'm going to do is freeze it in individual sandwich baggies. And then, because those are not freezer bags, I'm going to put them inside of an actual freezer baggie. So this way it can lay flat when you fill it. It'll take up less space in your freezer. And then, you know, you can fit multiple smaller bags inside of your one larger freezer bag. And then it's a good portion size too. Just pull out a bag when you need it and you got it. So this is a contraption that I made. What I'm going to do, again, because I can literally just pull out my strainer and then all my yummy, yummy broth is going to be inside of my pot. I am actually, I'll grab this, I'm using all of the same stuff that I've already used. So I'm going to use this contraption right here. So my larger bowl, my larger batter bowl will contain any spills, fingers crossed. And then I have a baggie already lined in the inside of my wonderful Hoo Hut glass and my strainer there in case if there's any loose ends or my funnel. And then that's going to fill my bags for me. Hopefully it won't be very much mess. Worst case scenario, I'm going to use one of our, which you can see I've already used it for broth. Needs a good washing. But I can use that and then, you know, precisely pour in whatever I need. So, super excited for this. I'll post some pictures for you guys when it comes through in that glass. You'll be able to see the beautiful color it has on it. Super excited about it. I wish you guys could also, you know, smell it and taste it as well, but we don't have that technology quite yet, but I'm guessing that one day we'll probably have it. So I'll post the recipe in the comments for you guys. If you have questions on anything, comment or shoot me a message and let me know, and stay tuned.